Edgewater Fire Department for being here as well. Have I forgotten anybody? Because we had a script and things got messed up. I guess not that.
Civil Air Patrol.
Oh, and of course, the Civil Air Patrol. That's actually right here. I would also, of course, like to thank the Civil Air for their flyover earlier in the color guard. We thank you very much. I'd now like to present the Noble Grand, the Harry Marsh Oddfellows Lodge, number 12265 of the Grand United Order of Oddfellows, George Danforth Perrin, to present Lillian a special recognition from the lodge.
You put them on the wrong side.
On behalf of the entire lodge, in honor here in America, Harry Marsh Lodge number 12265 of the Grand United Order of Oddfellows presents Lillian Hill the Meritorious Service Award, in recognition for her being awarded the Congressional Gold Medal for her service in the Civil Air Patrol during World War II. Awarded this the 17th day of January in the year of our Lord 2015, the 226th year of our honor. Congratulations, Lillian.
I would now ask our own Vice Mayor, Gigi Bennington of Edgewater, to come forward for her presentation.
I'll go ahead, you got it.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm honored and privileged to be here today to help Lillian celebrate this. So I'll read the proclamation. Proclamation from the office of the mayor. Whereas on December 10, 2014, Lillian Hill, among the other veterans, was recognized by the U.S. House and Senate leaders at the Congressional Gold Medal ceremony in Washington, D.C., honoring the World War II Civil Air Patrol. And whereas in the early 1940s, Ms. Hill joined the Civil Air Patrol at the age of 14. And whereas Ms. Hill served with distinction while learning how to fly and guard American borders, and whereas over 200,000 men, women, and teenagers served in the Civil Air Patrol during World War II, flying 24 million miles from March 1942 to August 1943. And whereas the Civil Patrol, an auxiliary of the United States Air Force, was founded in 1941 to utilize civilian aviation resources to spot enemy submarines during the World War II. And whereas today the Civil Air Patrol handles 90% of inland search and rescue missions, with approximately 70 lives saved nationwide each year. Now, therefore, I'm doing this in honor of the mayor, so I, Mike and Daisy, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Edgewater, Florida, do hereby recognize Lillian Hill for her service and sacrifice protecting their homelands during World War II, helping save lives and preserve our nation's freedom.
I'd like to ask Special Representative Barry Cotton, representing the United States, Congressman John Mica, to come forward for his
Congressman Mica wishes he could be here this evening, but he is actually not in Central Florida at the current time, so I'm very pleased to be here, Lillian. And he did prepare a letter that I would like to read to you. And it's dated January 17, 2015. Dear Lillian, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my congratulations to you on your recognition. This is a significant honor, and you should be proud of this outstanding accomplishment. This award recognizes your bravery and tireless efforts in providing protection to the homeland with the Civil Air Patrol. Thank you for your service, commitment, and dedication. The leadership you demonstrated is an asset to your community. Again, congratulations on this exceptional achievement and recognition. With my warmest regards and best wishes, I remain sincerely John L. Mica, Member of Congress.
You're welcome. Photo.
Councilwoman to come forward for her presentation.
It's appropriate to give honor to whom honor is due, and that's why we're here. And I told you earlier when we were speaking, I went on the internet today and I saved a newspaper article, a news journal covered you, in December. And I read that, and there was something about that article. It's still on my desk. The news journal newspaper, your write-up. And so, before I came today, I Googled you and the rest of your honorees that were in Washington. And I looked at the pictures and I read the bios. And I have to tell you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You were progressive before it was cool as a woman to be progressive. You honor us well, thank you. And therefore, whereas, I need more light here, sorry. I do wear my readers, but did not bring them in.
I've got some. They're perfect.
I was trying the first, okay. Thank you. Whereas Edgewater resident Lillian Hill embodies a volunteer American spirit that has been the hallmark of our great nation since its founding days. And whereas, as a teenager, she joined the fledgling Civil Air Patrol, answering the call to protect America's shores and coastal waters from foreign threat during World War II. And whereas, for 4 years, she valiantly protected the homeland against German U-boat attacks and carried out other vital wartime domestic missions. And whereas, after the war, Mrs. Hill raised 4 children and worked as a school teacher, an American Red Cross employee, deploying to natural disasters with speed and elasticity. And whereas, on December 10, 2014, she and 45 other founding Civil Air Patrol volunteers were honored by the U.S. House and Senate as the organization received the Congressional Gold Medal, the highest honor bestowed on civilians. And whereas, we are truly proud to count Mrs. Hill as one of Volusia County's citizens. Now, therefore, we, the Volusia County Council, the Volusia County Council of Florida, do hereby proclaim January 17, 2015 as Lillian Hill Day in Volusia County and urge all residents to recognize the contribution this courageous woman has made to our nation.
I would now like to ask James Hathaway, the mayor of New Smyrna Beach, to come forward for his presentation.
It's certainly an honor for me to be here this evening and to recognize you, Ms. Hill. It's something we all should aspire to one day. And I thank you for your service. Let me just say, I didn't choose not to eat dinner tonight because I thought the food wasn't going to be good. I'm involved in the mayor's physical fitness challenge in New Smyrna Beach, so I have to make sure I watch my calories. City of New Smyrna Beach Proclamation, Lillian Hill Day. Whereas the Civil Air Patrol was founded December 1, 1941, Edgewater resident Lillian Hill became one of the initial volunteers from southeast Volusia County, beginning what would become her legacy of selfless service. And whereas, as a teenage volunteer for the Civil Air Patrol, Ms. Hill clearly set herself apart from her contemporaries by answering the call to protect America's shores and coastal waters from foreign threat during World War II. And whereas, in the years following World War II, Ms. Hill's unwavering spirit continued to be displayed as she served as a school teacher as well as an American Red Cross employee, distinguishing herself through her service in response to any natural disaster. Whereas, on December 10, 2014, Ms. Hill, along with 45 other founding volunteer members of the Civil Air Patrol, were honored by the United States House of Representatives and Senate by being awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Now, therefore, I, James W. Hathaway, mayor of the city of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, do hereby proclaim January 17, 2015 as Lillian Hill Day in the city of New Smyrna Beach, and urge all citizens to recognize and celebrate the outstanding contributions made by Mrs. Hill to our nation. Thank you, Ms. Hill.
Lillian, you're gonna have to get a new house, just probably.
Well, now you know we're celebrating every year. Same place.
I'd now like to ask Deputy Hansard, representing the Volusia County Sheriff's Department, to come forward with his presentation.
Here on behalf of Sheriff Johnson, he did not make it today. In recognition of her World War II service with the Civil Air Patrol, which was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal on December 10, 2014 on Capitol Hill, in honor of its founding members' role in protecting the homeland during World War II and carrying out other vital wartime domestic missions. On behalf of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, I'd like to present you with this certificate of appreciation.
And finally, representing State Senator Dorothy Hukill, I'd like to ask our own Danny Hollins to come forward.
The Florida State Senator's Proclamation. Ms. Hukill could not be here, but she really wanted me to pass on greetings to you and accept appreciation for everything you've done. She's planning on visiting with you when she gets back from her term in Washington next time, just to let you know. But in the meantime, the Florida Senator's Proclamation by Senator Dorothy L. Hukill. Whereas Lillian Hill was born January 9, 1929 in Cleveland, Ohio, to Elizabeth and Dewey Hill. And whereas Lillian Hill is the mother of 3 sons, 1 daughter with many grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And whereas Lillian Hill enjoys being able to spend time in Edgewater, Florida, as well as her native state of Ohio. And whereas Lillian Hill, a teenager at the time, recognized the impact of World War II and joined the Ohio Wing of the Civil Air Patrol as a cadet in 1943 and proudly protected the borders. And whereas Lillian Hill worked as a school teacher, an American Red Cross employee, deployed to natural disasters in the United States whenever necessary in all of its territories. And whereas Lillian Hill and 45 other founding Civil Air Patrol volunteers were honored by the United States House and Senate on December 10, 2014, each receiving a Congressional Gold Medal, the highest honor bestowed upon civilians. Therefore, Dorothy Hukill, State Senator, District 8, asks all citizens of District 8 in the state of Florida to recognize the contributions of Lillian Hill and do hereby proclaim Saturday, January 17, 2015 as Lillian Hill Day.
I'd like to thank all of the VIPs and officials for coming. Let's give them all a round of applause. And I'd also like to thank some people before we close. First, I'd like to thank Danny Holland, who organized everything outside and made all our very own chef, James Vandergriff, who our live sponsor for tonight's event, Richard Hill. That's Lillian's baby brother. And finally, our corporate sponsor tonight, Indigo Palms Assisted Living. Without these individuals and businesses, we would not have been able to put out this great showing for Lillian tonight. And as a footnote, I'd also like to remember the lodge and normal guests for the lodge. You need to be back here in, 3 days, Tuesday, for the installation of officers. So make sure you don't forget it, okay? The VIPs don't have to come.
You can bring a broom.
But the VIPs can come if they'd like.
This could, yeah, absolutely. It's open to the vote. This concludes our program for tonight. The bar is open. It's all free drinks. You think I should let Lillian speak? Maybe.
This is over, well, all my friends came. But there's one thing you must learn. Don't ever do something when you're young, because they kept us up. So we're going to find out. But in 1941, when we walked out of the woods, because we weren't allowed in the house, and we heard the Japanese and bomb Pearl Harbor, we knew we had to do something for our country. And now all my friends are thinking, thank you so much.
I know. So what day is today? It's Lillian Hill Day!
The bar is open, the drinks are free, anybody that would like to have a drink on the way home, free. After all, it's Lillian Hill Day. But how's your hands are sitting down? That's it.
That was awesome, wasn't it?